Hi guys, good morning. Let's start the session. I'm sharing my screen. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm just opening. Is my screen visible? Okay, thank you. Um, so yesterday we have discussed about the ETL automation testing approaches in real-time projects, right? So yesterday we have stopped at so what exactly the real-time data will affect. Okay, where exactly it is going to be available, whatever the validations we have did there we have stopped. So I want to continue from there. Okay, so I just lost my data. So yesterday whatever the notes I couldn't see here, so but it's okay. uh, yeah, let me start with what exactly we are going to how this real time projects, okay, how it is going to work with the real world. I just want to explain that scenario today. Okay, so basically, for example, think of one organization. Okay, so organization at top level we will be having a CEO or head, so vice president. So we will be having a lot of parts apart from developers or testers or managers, leads. So apart from that, we will be having CEOs who is going to analysis all the parts. For example, they will be having a lot of things around them, right? So they have some budgets, right? They have some budgets, and also they have to see company growth in each year. How so? Growth, company growth. Uh, okay, company growth, and they have to see the financials. Okay, so budget is financial is okay, same. Okay, and also the salaries. Okay, and they need to check whether the growth of the company, whatever. So for all this they need analysis, right? They need something to do analysis on that, and they'll make a graph on it. So at last year what we have lost, and this year what we should overcome with. So that is what exactly the organizations, or so not only organizations, take of a cafes. Okay, so some person is visiting every week or twice a month, thrice a month. So obviously cafes will going to record all the data, right? So all the data, and they will analysis on that part, right? they will start analyzing, so which food is taking more by people, so what should we focus on more. So if some people are more looking into the ambience, then they will try to develop the ambience things. Okay, this is the real scenario. So coming to our data, when it is going to help is like, so for example, this cafes. Okay, as I said, yeah, we are using the example since uh, 2 days. So I just want to take the cafes example only. Okay, so cafes, we will be so just think client is cafes. So some, okay, name one client. Okay, this is our client. Just think this is our client. Okay, so this client has a clumsy data where all the with all the clumsy data or all the users or all the logins, everything we got, it got stored in the SSMS. This is the client. They have given the data on this SSMS. So using IACS, so as I said, some ETL will be performed here, and then it is going to load it into the target. So basically, we have some parts of things in projects, right? So first there will be analysis part, okay, then develop, development part, and then testing part. Okay, testing part. Hmm. Testing part, and after that we will be having reporting part. And here it comes to uh, business, business logistics or business decisions taken by whatever the reporting or graphs. Okay, so these are the steps we are going to follow in particular um, scenario or real-time projects, right? So whatever the data we got from this, we need to do analysis, and the development will be start, and also we will doing some cleanup is nothing but if we having any junk data in the source, we are going to remove, or else in the development stage only we are going to remove using the CTL. So as I mentioned before, so if there are any special characters in the data, then we are going to use this regular expression, right? So to remove the junk and everything. So that is how it is going to be reflect. Okay, analysis, cleanup, development, testing, and reporting. So whatever the testing data we have tested in so many like basically here we are going to maintain the environments as well. So dev, UAT, and whatever the data we got from the clients, it will be tested thrice in three environments. Okay, so after testing, after a proper sign off from the client, then it will go to the reporting. Okay, whatever the data we have in this SSMS, right, all the clumsy data, so through the development we are going to clean up entire data, and it is going to load it into the snowflake targets, right? So then whatever the data we have, whatever the data we have in the reporting, right? So then after the testing, the tables will go to some Power BI reporting, or some it is going to generate a graph or something. Okay, then whatever the graphs or reporting we have generated, right? So with that reporting or graphs, okay, basically this is tested by testers, and this is developers, and there is a separate team for the reporting or generating a graphs. So there are they are called reporting team. Okay, so this is completely split into multiple parts. Okay, and then whatever the graphs and reporting sessions, reporting is nothing but whatever the data we have given to them, they will be stored in reporting, or else the graph visualization, everything will be happen here. Okay, the data will be more clear, like imagine, like a image, okay, image. So we will be having a graph, okay, orders with the bar graph. If you imagine, we will be having some bar graphs, right? So in that way, okay, business law. So then the decisions will be so based on this reporting graphs and everything, the decisions will be taken from the top of the organization. Okay, so basically this data is going to reflect here. Okay, whatever the data we are taking it from the client, and we are um, okay, we are doing so many analysis and we are clean upping, and for what? For what is nothing but to taking a business decisions. Okay, so whether to keep this thing or not. For example, cafe, there is a food, okay, they have made this year that it is going to be special, but end of the year they couldn't find any what we say, yeah, any sales on that. Okay, no one as expected, no one got okay, no one got ordered. So then for the next year they need to remove that, so it will be good at budgeting. So basically our organizations or malls, hospitals, so whatever maybe, so the complete decisions, company decisions will be handled by using this reporting graphs. Okay, so how much budget they has to release, the past year we have this much, so this year this will be, so basically these kind of decisions will be taken. This is one scenario, this is not the complete. Okay, but end of the day, using the data, we are able to do these kind of decisions, so it is a most important thing. So if we have a bank or insurance or something, if we work for those clients, then then there is sensitive data more, right? We cannot show directly the credit card number or CVV number or the password of a user, so this will be encrypted. So there are so many options. Okay, so many things we have inside. Okay, apart from this, so this is one kind of so basically decision makings and to know the proper data how it's, so this is a one kind of approach. So there is another kind of approach. So why I'm teaching all this, because I just want you to understand the concept completely, and then if we enter the particular part, so then it would be easy. So if you go directly and you are doing some testing validations or testing somewhere, so you couldn't know how, where, why we are doing this and where it is going to reflect. So some people may know, but some people may not know. So that is the reason I just want to understand entire concept of what exactly we are doing. So that will be easy and that will be more interesting. Okay. So apart from this, there is other scenario as well. Okay, think of, okay, the most used app, Twitter, um, Facebook, so Snapchat. Okay, these are all applications, right? So for example, um, okay, data is not only maintained in the databases. Okay, so for example, there is a Instagram application. Okay, if I just want to get the data, so think just uh, okay, our client is Instagram or Netflix or Twitter, whatever it may be. So they have one requirement to fulfill. Okay, so with that we need to give the cleanup data to the Instagram or somewhat. So there is a project, so I worked on. So basically there is a application here. So whatever, think of Insta, Facebook, Twitter or whatever. So there is an encryption and two-step authentication, and then data will be data extraction, pipeline, and target. There is a application. Okay, so if I want to get the data from particular application, this is database. So as I said, if we are writing the Python code, if I just want to connect to the SSMS, I need to create the connections inside, right? Connectivity, and then I need to get the data from the SSMS. But s- in the same way, in application part, so Instagram application, if I get the data from the application part or web, so there is a encryptions. Okay, so we need to remove that. So basically, this will be done by developers or application team. Okay, so to hit the application data from that, we need to use some encryptions or two-step authentications, or there will be a lot of things. Okay, then we need to get this data. Okay, after unlocking this application, and we will be getting data, and we are performing. So using pipeline, we are performing some transformations there, and we are loading into the target. Okay, so if you see, if we open any application, so Instagram, so username and password, right? So basically this is front end. So back end is our data, right? Backend will be our data. So if I want to, uh, so for example, think of username 1234, and the password will be so 989898 something. Okay, so if I give this, okay, if I give this or password here, so it is going to, it has to store somewhere, right, from the database. Okay, it already stored because I already created my account. Okay, it got already stored in my database. So from there, if we give enter our details, it is going to pick fast, and it is going to enter. Okay, we can go forward, we can open the Instagram page and the messages, reels, everything. Okay, so this is one kind of scenario. Okay, basically the source will be the applications, so cleaning up data, and we are storing. So if the user is trying to log in into that, so we are maintaining in our databases, and it is going to pick from there. Okay, for example, the new user is new one. Okay, then we have other option, right? Sign into okay, new account or something. So then the data will be added into the whatever the source we have, right? Application side. Okay, got my point, right? If the some people or what we say user is new one, then the data will add into this application. And our job, basically our job is going to, it is daily job, right? So there are so many new user will be created. So it will come back, and it is going to add that record in this application. So when this is daily job, so daily it is running. So as I said, incremental data, so it is not going to disturb any existing data. New data will be added daily. So again, this data will be encrypted, data extraction will be done, the pipeline, the user will add it in the target. That is how the structure will be. Okay. Um, I hope you are clear with this. Okay. Um, so basically, yeah, this is a kind of real-time exposure. So this is how the projects will work. And yeah, basically this is the main part where for the big decisions or CEO discussions or big meetings will happen in organizations, and everything made up of these reportings and the graphs. So yeah, coming to this coming to this okay, so this we are done. ETL automation testing approaches. Okay. So introduction to ETL testing, automation testing, this is done yesterday. So we'll go to this okay, ETL scenario that must be automated. Okay. So basically what we are going to automate. Okay, what we are going to automate. For example, yesterday we have discussed some transformations, right? Order, sorter, sorter, aggregator, expressions, and in expressions we are having date functions, string functions, and everything, right? So what exactly we need to be automated? So we have wrote all the queries inside, right? But so what should be automated in the Python code? So coming to that, So the row mandatory automation scenarios, row count validation, column validation, null validation, and the duplicate validation, transformation, and incremental load validation. So coming to the first row count validation. So basically, we have a source and the target, right? So we have what we say, we have source and the target. So first we need to check for the count. So that will be automated in the Python code. Okay. So Python code we will be having to check the counts of two tables. One is source and other one is target. So it is going to provide, if we have a 10 lakh some 50,000 records, so it is going to give the 10 lakh 50,000 records, and the target we have 10 lakh records. Okay, it is going to. And column validation, so it is going to check whether the columns are perfectly aligned, and also there is a perfect match with the columns. It is going to check in the automation code. So whatever the code we are building, right, so it is going to pick those as well. Okay. And coming to the null validation, so basically it is most used scenario. So for example, in data, if you see nulls. Okay. Mm, okay, there is a column one and call two. Just think of an example. So they think these are the IDs A, B, C. So in call one, I have null. Okay. So null not equal to null, right? So just give one. So what we have here, null validation. So whether this null we are handling properly or not. For example, if in source we have for the particular C value, we have one, right? So we have one, that means in when it is going to the target, so it has to be one, right? So it should not be go to the null value. So we need to check whether the values have populated properly or not. For as expected, C has one means it should be in, even in target also it should be C in one, then only it is going to perform, right? So and coming to duplicate validation, so basically this is a huge problem faced by the people mostly. So basically, if the job got triggered two times, the data will be loaded in the target the two times same data, even though we have given some checks, even we have given some duplicate checks and everything inside. So there is a scenario, uh, okay, there we will be getting duplicates as well. So we need to check the data will be inside is proper or not. That is called the duplicate validations. Basically, these all validations we will be placing in the Python code. Okay. So coming to the next one, transformation validation. Okay. Transformation, as I said, um, for example, we have date functions or string functions or concatenation and every regular expression, right? So we need to check for the transformation condition whether it got populated properly or not. Okay. So those are the conditions. So basically we have a lot of transformations expressions. So basically we need to check all the transformation checks. Okay. Mm, so as I mentioned yesterday, mm, expressions, expression, joiner, sorter, aggregator, aggregator. Okay. Mm, target is common. The source is common. Okay. Inside, basically entire functions and entire expressions. Okay, we are going to write it in expressions only because there are multiple functions here. Hmm? Okay. We need to check for this transformations as well. So whether the data is getting populated properly or not. Incremental load validation. So as I said before, we have discussed about this incremental load validation, right? So if we have data in the target, okay, if you have a data in the target, it is not going to disturb the previous data. So it is going to add day by day. So as I explained here, if the user is added new one, okay, here the user is new, so then again it is going to add it in the application part. If the job is running, then it will go, that record will go to the target path. So it is not going to disturb any existing users, just it is adding the extra user to the cloud. Okay, so yeah, these are the validations we are keeping in the Python code. Okay, so yeah, before automating this entire thing, right, we'll be having some SQL queries as well, so where we can do the manual things on both the sides. Okay, um okay, so coming to the mapping document to the test cases. So basically, so we are done with the theory part. Okay, from Monday onwards, we are going to do um, yeah, complete practical sessions only. So meanwhile, I do some installations and coding and everything in my system, and I'll set up it ready. And from Monday onwards, we are going to do in a practical. Okay, I have just come. I just want to give an as demo sessions, so where you will get to know what exactly we are going to perform. So Monday onwards, Monday or Tuesday, we are going to start with the practical sessions. Okay. So mapping document to test cases. So basically, in the mapping document, so previously I have mentioned we will be getting some documentations from the developer or client. These are the test cases we need to perform, or else the testers has to create by their own. They need to write some test cases. So you need to analysis the table. So you should know what are the checks I need to go by each column by column. So what are the checks I need to perform for the source code for the source and the target. So I need to check for each line to line, so whether this test case is going to pass or not. Okay, whether if we perform in this way, the data will be reflected proper way or not. Then these kind of test cases we should write by ourselves. So that is the reason I'm just telling you that understand this process, how it is going to work. Okay, how it is going to reflect and where the data will be picked and for what purpose the data will be used. So that is the reason I have told you this all things, because you people have to write some test cases, right? So but not completely, but here also we have some test cases. So these are some test cases we need to prepare. Row count validation, column validations, these are called the test cases here. Okay. um, a document that shows source, target, column mapping, and the transformation logic. Example. So there is an example here. mm, a small example. Source column we have first name. Target column we have full name. Transformation applied is concatenating first name, last name. Okay. Salary. So in source we have salary, but in target we got salary. So basically, this is the documentation where we will be having what are the columns used for the transformations and how what are the logics we have applied in those. So mapping document. Okay, so here it is applied that full name is the concatenating of this. Concatenating, you know, right? It is a string function, so it is going to combine both first name and the last name. Okay. And this coming to this salary, just we are doing multiplication of 1.2. So these will be handled in the transformation level. But in mapping in the top level, what are the columns they have used and what are the transformations we got? So this we will be getting from the mapping document. two test cases. So in basically based on this, we need to start writing the test cases. So how we need to write the test cases for the transformation to get the proper data. Okay, and coming to this example, if you see here, check full name column. If you see the first name plus the last name, we will be getting here the practical activity. Give sample. Okay, ask students to write three test cases. Okay, yeah. So next week you will be having these activities as well, so that after installation of SSMS, Python, and Snowflake and everything, so then it will be easy for you. Okay, so before going to this one, so I'll hold here. So do people have any questions? Okay, uh, so you can ask now any questions in today's class.
One question,
Hmm.
in the mandatory automation scenarios, out, apart from these DB validations like row, column, null, duplicate,
Hmm.
are there any other validations that needs to be taken care in ETL automation?
Basically, the most used will be this only. So if you see, um, the most common is this all. Okay, incremental, but here it is going to cover lot of validations, because we never know, right? In the source, if client has given some more conditions to check their data, then in transformation part there will be a lot of, so it seems to be one validation, but if you see inside we have a lot of column expressions. We can able to use the concatenation, date validations, space validations, special character validations. Okay, add validations, subtraction validations. So we will be having lot of validations under this transformation validation only. So basically manual testers will do these kind of validations, but the ETL tester will do including all these validations. They are also going to perform this transformation validation, where here we can see a lot of, if we have 150 columns in the source, so they have given 50 columns to validate. So they are doing their 50 validations, right? So basically it is going to cover in the transformation validation only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, hi.
Um, yeah, this is actually a request as a part of this ATL foundations, right? Few topics like fact table, dimension table, other things were listed, right? ATL
Hmm.
foundation, kind of like
Hmm.
OLTP,
Yes.
OLAP concepts or dataware concepts. Can you
Hmm.
take some time to explain those basic and foundation topics, please?
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll explain those as well. So you want me to explain the data warehouse structure?
Yeah, generically, when I saw this course
Hmm.
content, right, as a part of
Yes.
basic data and ETL foundation, few topics were listed,
Hmm.
like, what difference between OLTP, OLAP. This is for the, ETL interview purposes, actually. So,
Yeah.
data were concepts, this fact and dimension table, difference between star and snowflake schema, and few topics were listed as a part of
Yes,
this ETL
we have.
foundation. Yeah,
Yeah,
if you could explain
basically,
on those. Yeah.
yeah, fine. But basically, I have previously discussed on this. So previous sessions I have took, right. So I've explained. I started with the scratch. So as I said, from that is basic to medium. So this is medium to advanced. So that is the reason I haven't included in this syllabus. So if you are interested to learn about that, I can explain. I can take one class on it.
Yeah,
There is
definitely.
no
That would
issue.
be
Yeah,
grateful. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Yeah, Monday or Tuesday, we will discuss those things then. Okay, so basically, as she mentioned, right, about these dimensions or the data warehouses or star schema. Um, okay, I'm sharing my screen here. If you see here, So as she mentioned, um, okay, so star schema, this OLTP and OLAP for the analysis process, okay, for transaction process. So basically, it comes under these two parts. Okay, so for example, if you go to ATM, so let me explain brief and Monday or Tuesday, okay, on these sessions. Basically, it is an analytical process and one is transaction process. The data will be contained two types of data, so which is the data will be used for the analysis part. Okay, there for example think of the decisions only. Okay, so other we have the transaction data. The data will not be constant, will not be static. So daily we are getting the new data or the new code inside. Okay, I'll explain it to you brief. So basically, yeah, it comes under this one only. And we have designs of data. Okay, whatever the data we are loading it, right? So after, so basically it comes under reporting. This star schema and other snowflake schema comes under this reporting, where the table will be splitted into multiple tables. So if I go there, I need to discuss about this primary keys, foreign keys, okay, how they are going to relate. So it is a big concept. So but yeah, as you guys requested, I can explain. I can take one class of it. So are you all aware of SQL completely, right? You know how this joins works and primary key and foreign key. You know about dimensions and this kind of things. Have you have any idea about this? So basically, yeah, dimensions I'm not expecting, but at least you people have knowledge on primary keys at least. Anybody?
Yes, commissary, I do have
Okay.
the experience. Yeah.
Okay, fine then. Yeah, so I can explain. So yeah, so why I haven't included is it comes under basic to medium. But yeah, if you're not aware of it, then I'll explain those as well. Okay.
Thank you, yeah. Because I don't know about others. In my case,
Mm.
I'll be like very less experience in ETL part especially. So this basics
Okay.
help me to build more on that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
this one
it
or
is
two
fine.
classes, yeah. When I saw course content, it was listed, so I felt and I get some explanation around it so that I can start
Mm.
linking, you know, the further classes along with that. So it would be good for me too. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll add that. So any other questions?
Yeah, hi. Good
Hi.
morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Actually, if developer has built the tables and the table names and the data types, so if when it came to QA, actually how to validate, like there are more tables, how to validate the developer has built the correct data types and the correct column names. If tables are more, we cannot open manually and we cannot check, right? Is there any automation process for that?
To get the data types or to get the listed of data
Data
types.
types. Yeah, data
Okay.
types and the column names, whether it is correct or not with the business requirement.
So basically, this is completely different. So you mentioned 2 points. So as developers, you and also you mentioned the business part. So
Yes,
basically,
yes.
going to the business part, it is never related to the data or development or testing. It only related to the reporting and the graphs. So based on that, the businessman never know what exactly happening inside with the developers or testers. It doesn't matter that what the data is, what the data type is. Okay, they just follow. They will see the graph. So if you imagine, there will be graphs, right? So where they there will be having some data here. For example, there are employees. This is the best employee. So there will be graph of them. So in a head backside, they won't see for any data type what exactly it is reflecting. So that is completely different. As you say, as you asked, how need to we check? So basically we have some queries. So for example, any cloud or something, we have the information schema. So if you search for the one table, you will get entire DDL of it. So how they have created, on what on what columns they have created, what is the data type we have used. You can compare in that way. Information schema we will be having in each and every database, in even in cloud as well. So there we will you will get to know for what column they have used what data type. Basically, actually this is good question in coming the point of view of this testers and developers. So basically, if they load the string data into the integer value, then it is going to fail. In development part only it is going to fail, so it won't come up to
Yes.
the testers. Yes, so there only it is going to fail. If they want to recover those, then they will go to the table structure or table schema. They'll open just the select star from the information schema where table name equal to the table name they'll give. They'll get entire DDL there. They'll check and they'll fix this. So that is how it is going to work.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So, any other questions? I hope you are getting all those right. So, you are not confusing anywhere. So, you are on the same line.
Yes,
So,
yes,
you
ma'am.
are okay. So, you are understanding everything. So, I hope you are getting, because I'm started from scratch and I'm starting from the theory part. So, I just want to cook the entire knowledge, and then if we start, there is a meaning of it. So without knowing where it is going to reflect, so what is this? Yeah, other point I just want to discuss with you. um, Basically, yeah, this is a question you should get. But why so everything, why if you see the real time projects, I don't know how many are working, how many are trying for the interviews, but basically the market, why they are moving to the on premise to cloud. So why they are migrating all the data from on premises to cloud. So for example, so just think of ssms. Okay, ssms is on prem. Okay, where on I'll tell you the difference of this on prem and cloud as well. So a snowflake is cloud, gcp is cloud, aws is cloud, azure is cloud. So why the people are shifting to this cloud? Why they are not using the on prem? Okay, so first let me explain you what is on prem, and this is very important, and cloud. So you should know, right, why this client is moving all the data to ssms to cloud, and why instead of they can keep two different databases, right, in the ssms only. If there are two databases, they can move entire the junk data in one database and clean up data in other database. Why they are using? So if you see, ssms etl target snowflake, right? Why they are using the snowflake? Here they can use the ssms only, right? Or they can use teradata or oracle instead of snowflake. Why they are using specifically the snowflake? Why? Because so basically this is the cloud and these are the on-prem servers. So what exactly here going to happen is, right, so cloud, where we will be having everything inside. Okay, just what we need to do is, just we need to purchase it, purchase and use. Okay, like netflix subscription. So in netflix what we have, everything is developed. Okay, inside you can see lot of categories, thrillers, okay, fantasies or telugu, hindi, english, everything you will be having inside, right? So what you are doing is, you are just um subscripting. Okay, you are just purchasing, and whatever the needs you are doing it in netflix. If you want to see that, you are going and opening and you are watching. You are not doing anything. You are just purchasing with 499, and you are fully, it is kind of luxury, right? So in the same, and coming to that, it is also costly. Okay, in the same way, even in cloud also, we are doing nothing, we are not creating anything. Okay, we are not developing anything. Just whatever the services we have, we are just using it. Okay, we are just using it. For example, GCP example, this is the Google Cloud Platform. We have a lot of services. Okay, there is a BigQuery, okay, where we can write all the queries. Okay, there is a Airflow where we can do um, what we say, the scheduling of jobs. Okay, um, yeah, there is a cloud storage where we can keep all the files here. So basically, if you go to the Netflix, you will be having all the contents inside, right? You will be having all the contents. So if you are attracted to the Netflix, you just don't want to come because all you are getting inside only. Okay, all the movies, all the series, everything you are getting inside. So basically, right, in the same way, so in GCP cloud, it is giving the cloud storage. Why should I need my local exposure or some FLTP and everything? So why for the scheduling part, we have a lot of cron jobs and everything. Why we are doing why should we do outside if we have Airflow inside? So BigQuery, why should I pick some other database? So instead of so in cloud only, I'm getting all how to scheduling, to storing my files, BigQuery handlation. So there are a lot of services: data flow, data proc, dataplex, dataplex. We have a lot of things inside. Why should I get? So I just given example of Netflix to, if I relate with these kind of daily structures, then it would be very easy to understand. That is the reason I'm just picking the Instagram, Netflix, which is hot in market. So then if you open Instagram, you'll get to know, yeah, this is a kind of cloud. I'm not telling it's a cloud, but yeah, just matching the individuality of both, I just compared with the Netflix, that's it. So but coming to the on prem, so in on prem is nothing but everything we have to do our own. Okay, so in on prem, so I think SSMS, we can only write the queries, not more than that. We cannot schedule, we cannot store files, so we cannot we don't have any other features: data flow, data proc, dataplex. Okay, so we need to get all the information from different things, and we need to maintain our own infrastructure there, and we need to combine all this. This is the on-prem. So just tell me if you understand this concept. So people choose cloud or on-prem. You tell me what you will pick here.
Cloud.
Yeah, so that is the reason people are migrating from on premises to cloud. So basically, in on prem, it's kind of a headache. Yeah, basically, it's a less budget. People attract more to the luxury life or peaceful life, right? They just don't want to put some burden on their head. So for that purpose, I'll go for Netflix only. Okay, I'm not going to handle this on-prem side. For example, what can I give example for the on-prem? So, so we are going to use this download, right? Going to Chrome or Telegram, and I'm downloading that movie. This will be difficult part for me. I need to download. For that, I need some data, right? What we say, movie rules, I think. Yes, movie rules. I need to go to the movie rules link, and I need to download the movie. So I need to wait for that, and then I need to start watching the movie. So before loading, sorry, before downloading this, I'll be getting a lot of ads and that stuff, this stuff. So yeah, it is cheaper. So Netflix, you are paying 500 to them, and this is the luxury and peaceful. You are just going and you are doing, and just you are opening and you are watching with a clean interface. You're not facing any ads like any prime or something, with a clean and neat and calm. But on prem, so just you have checked, you will be getting, you are putting your efforts there with the low budget. So that is why the companies don't want to make more burden. And compared to that, if you say, yeah, here only I'll tell you other example as well. Okay, in on prem, if you go to the links of the movie rules, you'll be getting some harmful links. If you click that, there will be enter of some virus or something. So it is not secure as well. Okay, if you are doing a lot of links, clicking on it, so your data will be hacked, we never know that. Okay, but in cloud, in Netflix, it is not going to happen. Our data will be secure in the Netflix database. So yeah, people also don't want to, companies don't want to invest on the security purposes and everything on the on prem. But in GCP, we cannot hit this one. Okay, I'm just given the example. Basically, I have more idea on the GCP, so that is the reason I've mentioned about the GCP. Even in Azure, AWS, also the performance will be same. With there are different services, but names are different. Okay, um, so I hope you understand why the people are migrating to on-prem to cloud. So you got my point, right? This is basically the real-time project. So why I've told about this is right. So today we have given some explanation on this project and where it is going to reflect, right? And I also, this basically, if you go for the corporate projects also, you should know all these things why they are migrating. Okay, even though costly, why they are migrating for the security purpose, all you'll get to know. So a part of testers or developers, whoever it may be, they need to know the entire process, and then if they enter, that will be easy and it will be more crazy. So yeah, we are working on this. So yeah, how this is going to reflect. Okay. So yeah, this is how the build will be. Okay. I hope you are clear, right? Any doubts on it? Are you clear?
Yes.
Yeah, then. So yeah, we'll meet on Monday then. Okay. Thank you. Happy weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah. Yeah.